Plus, NBA's Charles Barkley with a thought or two, and the Bear tunes of Annie Lennox. Your local news is next. From WBRE, this is 28 News on your side.
It's a power struggle of sorts for people in one part of Carbon County. Good evening, everyone. I'm Wendell Stout.
And I'm Andy Bohalchik.
It started with the heavy snow last Christmas. That's when many of Jim Thorpe's 5,000 residents didn't have power for days.
Since then, bad weather has cut power about 20 more times. Investigator Kathy Brzezinski was at a special meeting tonight to examine possible solutions.
And they're not easy ones, and they'll take a long time to work out. In the meantime, PPL and the people who live in Jim Thorpe just have to hope for some good weather.
The question I have is, why do we have the problems here in Jim Thorpe?
Residents of Jim Thorpe said they were tired of being powerless and wanted PPL to do something to make their service foolproof.
The little substation up there in your right of way and backfeed this town when the one line coming over town goes out. Now, why can't you do that?
They take anything to prevent another outage.
It's been absolutely horrible.
Doran Purdy is just one of many business owners who's lost money when she's lost power.
And we've had nothing but loss of business. People, even the tourists, are even saying, well, if we're going to come to town and we're going to have no electricity, what kind of fun is that?
The same things which attract tourists to Jim Thorpe hurt its power system. The utility says that Jim Thorpe's power problems are caused by three things: lots of trees, lots of wet weather, and the way the town is situated. Nestled at the foot of mountains, when bad weather uproots trees, they tumble down onto the town's power supply.
These are both sides of Broadway.
PP&L told residents it will do all it can to get at the root of the problem.
We're going to take danger trees down along the right-of-way. We're going to do some other tree-related work, and hopefully that's going to improve reliability along the line.
PPL says it also plans to work on long-term solutions like installing underground wiring and breaking down Jim Thorpe's power grid into zones, so if power goes in one, that won't affect the whole town. Andy and Lyndall?
Okay, Kathy, thank you.
Now, starting with the storm last Christmas and continuing right through Hurricane Isabel, PPL says this has been by far the worst year for power outages in its history.
Too much water proved to be the problem today. Wherever you went, it seems you couldn't escape the rain. All this precipitation proved problematic for storm drains. Wet leaves clogging up sewers and storm drains all over our area. Here in Wilkes-Barre, the backup left a small lake on South Main Street. Motorists say it made for difficult driving, and pedestrians had to dodge waves rushing onto the sidewalk.
I'm trying to get out of the rain because it's just a little bit too wet. I'm not a duck. I mean, I may walk around and quack a little bit, but I'm not a duck today.
How long will the wet weather last? Chief Meteorologist Kim Martucci will have all the details coming up.
A smoky fire at Dallas High School had firefighters in a back mountain on the move tonight. A malfunctioning dryer caused smoke to fill a room next to the cafeteria just before 5:30. Fire crews quickly responded and they aired the building out. There was very little damage in that back mountain fire. A large explosion rocked a tiny Hazel Township community today. 3 men were badly burned. It happened in Pardisville, that's just north of Hazleton. The men were inside a camper socializing when that camper suddenly and without warning blew up. It appears to have been caused by a propane leak. The men were flown to the burn unit at Lehigh Valley Medical Center. Their names and conditions not being released tonight.
Investigators are still looking into the cause of a devastating apartment fire in Wilkes-Barre. Fire inspectors were back at the scene on West River Street over the weekend and spent today interviewing residents and neighbors. The fire left 10 people homeless when it broke out on Friday, including 3 Wilkes University students. Damian Michaels was hoping to get inside today to salvage what he can.
I saw it up there. It's been up there. It's mainly water and smoke damage on the second floor. From what I hear, the third floor was completely destroyed, and I feel sorry for whoever was living up there. But I'm probably going to be able to save a lot of my stuff, but some of it was destroyed, obviously.
Fire inspectors do hope to wrap up their investigation by tomorrow.
State police in Gibson have arrested 1 man in connection with a bank robbery at the Community Bank and Trust in Clifford last week. Police tell 28 News Charles Scalamonte of Jessup has been charged in that case. He is now being held at the Susquehanna County Prison. He'll have a hearing next week. A shocking crime in Monroe County. An 88-year-old man is found brutally beaten, strangled, and stabbed to death.
As our Tim Cassidy tells us, the man died from blunt force trauma, and his sister-in-law is charged with the crime.
59-year-old Judith Brown from New York City is behind bars tonight. Police allege she killed 88-year-old Joseph Bertolacci, her brother-in-law, at his home on Cobble Lane. Bertolacci's daughter made the discovery.
She saw him the day before, I believe, live, and returned to the house on Saturday at about 10:02, and that's when she made the call from that residence.
Her father severely beaten and lying on the floor.
Fractured skull, fractured arm or arms, fractured legs, multiple impact points in a range of 30 to 40 impact points.
Also in the house, Judith Brown, locked in a bedroom. Police say they found her pretending to be passed out. They arrested her based on what the daughter told them.
She did make certain statements, as well as there were observations made by the victim's daughter the day before.
A number of objects from the home have been taken in as evidence as well, which could have been used for the crime.
There may have been multiple objects used, but I'd rather leave it at there as opposed to speculating whether specific objects were used.
And more questions still need to be answered.
And we'll be looking at